Hey guys, TerrorPUP here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this little board here that's in the same family as this big board here. This is the Odroid N2L, and this is an Odroid N2. I don't have an N2 Plus, but there's three boards more or less in the same line. And we're going to be talking about this one mainly today, but I want to go over the older N2 just to show you. The N2 Plus is probably their most popular board in this series, and I have some reservations about this board, and we'll go over as we go through it. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So if you look in the lower camera where I'm kind of pointing right now, take a look at this beautiful heatsink. The S922X CPU is there, and this is a beautiful thick heatsink. In fact, you can get a fan to help cool this off, but like the M1, they use a heatsink on the bottom that gives it a lovely base, and helps out with with the board itself. Okay, kind of go over what's here. Okay, so on top we have audio, a micro USB, okay, and this is 2.0. We have a switch that will let you update your SPIF or boot from the eMMC. Next to that, we got our eMMC, our infrared, and then over here, just to show you, is where our SD card goes. Okay. And I have an extender because when it's in this case, this extender makes it a lot easier to get out. Okay. Then we have our UART for the system controller. So if you're having problems with it booted up, you know that you would take a controller and hook it up. Okay. And then we have a connector for a fan so that we could cool it down. Okay, now on the N2 Plus, there's a battery that goes here. On this one, there is not one. We have these are both 1 gig memory modules. Okay, and then on the back side, we have our 1 gig Ethernet, HDMI 2.0, and we have 4 USB 3 connectors, and then we have our barrel jack. Okay, we also have, as standard, 40-pin GPIOs so that we can hook up monitors, devices, and we can control it. Okay, and this is the case that comes with it from Odroid. This is an official case. There are metal cases out there. I don't have one. If you want to send me one to kind of show off, wouldn't mind showing it off. And the case itself, give me a second. I gotta line it up just right. When it's on here, whoops. When it's on here, and believe it or not, trying to line this thing up. There we go. Oh, it helps if I put it on the right side. I'm such an idiot at times. But anyway, locks in there. Get this part lined up. Very beautiful, and it clips, and it's not a bad little unit. Okay, this is an EDX or sorry, EDI Max wireless. This is normally used on Macs, MacBook Pros. That's why it's silver in color. This has been working real good with the OS that I'm running on here. I'm running Twister OS on this, and again, this to show you how easy this SD extender makes it. Look at that. Without it, and I'm not going to push it all the way in, it's secure in there, but you have to have like fingernails to pull it out. Okay. Now I could use an official Odroid EMC on the board, but the reason I got these over on the side is for this one. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side right now, and we are going to go over the features of the N2L. Now, I bought this as a kit, and I do have a nice little case, and I'll put the specs in for the case later. It's a third-party case. It's metal, and it helps with cooling. So one of the things I bought because I wanted to try to set this up and have a real-time clock was I got this, and it plugs in right here on our GPIOs, okay, and sits on top. But if I use my case, it doesn't sit too well. Okay, in fact, let me show you a little bit better on the bottom. Can you see how it's at an angle? Okay, anyway, so I got this Odroid wireless and Bluetooth. This is a uses Realtek. Okay, so these are some things that I got over there. Oh, and I got a power supply. Okay, and then I bought a 128 gig official eMMC module that I'll show you where it goes here in a second. But if you notice, I got different sizes here. This is actually a Radix eMMC module that I've been able to use with it, and this is, I think, another Radix. I think both of these are Radix. No, I stand corrected. I got this one from Android, but they can work on this. So let's go ahead and go over this board real quick from top to bottom. Okay. And as you can see, I have a fan on mine. The only thing I'm not liking about it is it doesn't come on automatically. I guess I could pull this off, hook it over here on pins 4 and 6 so that it's on. A lot of the OSs will do temperature control and will turn it on, but few of the OSs that are available for this board don't even acknowledge it. So if you look over on their Odroid site, hardkernel.com, you will see like a massive heatsink. So this is active, not passive. All right, so let's go ahead and go over this board real quick. So we have on the back side here this is a 4 gig board, just like this is, except we only have 2 USB connectors. We have a 3.0 and we have a 2.0. Here is our HDMI 2.0 and our barrel jack. 40-pin GPIO with pin 1 and pin 40 here. Again, the fan is sitting on top of the S922X M Logic. Both have the same CPU. Okay. And then there is our UART connector, so we can check the board as it's booting up. And what you can't see is up here on this side. So the CPU again is here. Right here is the 4 gig module, where this had 4 independent 1 gig modules. This is using LPDDR4 and it only has 1 module on. Okay. So over on this side, there is our micro SD slot, and then we have a MIPI DSI connector, so you could do like connect your cameras if you can connect to that wherever devices that uses that. On this back side over here, this is for power, and this fits in there pretty snug, you know, so I don't want to yank the wires out. Now on the bottom, okay, here's where our eMMC connector goes. Now let's go look at the available OSs for this, and then you'll understand. Well, hold on. Before we do that, let me explain what's going on. There's not a lot of OSs. You'll see that here in a second when we go to the web page. And currently, I have 3 that we're going to look at today, and I'm using eMMC. I'm not using a micro SD card. So the 128 gig has a version of Android on it. This has Ubuntu Mate on it, and this has SlashTV, which is another Android version, and this one is going to have more retro gaming. So anyway, let's go take a look at the OSs that are available. All right, we're going to take a look at the OSs like I promised, but to get the board, come over to Odroid, actually hardkernel.com. That's Odroid's their brand, and you can do the buy now. They have their own store. Ameridroid, which is a US-based company, they do sell the same boards. So if you're here in the US, you can order from them, or you can order directly from Hard Kernel. And I'll put the link to both of these in the video descriptions. But just scroll down. Actually, you know what? Let's just click over on the wiki, because a lot of this stuff's there. So we'll click over to the wiki. And their wiki's pretty nice. All of their devices are up there. And here's the board that I have with the active cooling. And again, it's talking about how the board schematics are laid out. So nice, good beginner's guide. Actually even explains how to get Google Play and things like that working. But what we're interested is in the software part. So we're going to go back up here and click this link, because I want to, instead of clicking each individual OS, I want to click up here. And then again, Odroid, Ubuntu, and third parties. So hats off to Hard Kernel, because these guys are releasing tons of OS updates for Android. The latest one is from the August 7th of this year. So for those of you who don't know how to read ISO dates, where America, we tend to do month, day, and year. The rest of the world does year, month, and date. Okay. And they have a 64 version and they have a 32 version. So you can go over there and check it out, and you can, there's the download links for it. But let's go back up here. Linux, Ubuntu, like I've said, a lot of small board computers, developers tend to use Ubuntu. I guess it's easy for them to compile, so I really wish they would figure out something else, but I am happy to see that they're using Mate, not Gnome. Makes the user experience a lot better for users, okay? It's 2204.1, and like I said, we will be taking a look at it. And it's not that bad. The last part we're going to go look at is the third-party OSs, and these are the two we're going to look at. So we're a little bit more focused on Android distros today, just because they're out there. So we're going to look at LineageOS 20.0, and it's pretty much based on Android 13, and SlashTV, which is written by my buddy Steve, who is one of the developers for Retro Arena. He has his own version called Aries, and we'll take a look at here. Okay, so you click over here into the forums, and it's got a nice little video that you can go check out more, but we're actually going to be logging into it. And here is his website, Tech Toys Tinkerer. And when you click over, this is where you download the OS. And just to kind of show you, these are actual images of him running it. And he always boasts that he has the most working retro machines on there. And I'm going to boot it up and just show you guys what it looks like. Unfortunately, I've been fighting, and that's part of the reason well, anyway, I've just been fighting with it. So you can download it right here. Okay. And then he does have this out for other ones. Okay, so the Asus Tinkerboard, there are images down here that you can to download as well. And again, please give my friend Steve some love. Donate to him. It would help him out because he does a lot for the retro scene. Here is Aries, okay, which is another system that's pretty nice. Okay, here is Retro Arena. And believe it or not, Retro Arena became famous because of the Odroid X4U. So please take a look at those. All right, so I'm now going to go boot up LineageOS 20. All right, we're going to start with LineageOS first, and I just want to show you guys how easy this is. If you don't have a set of tools, get you the iFix tool set. Who knows, maybe I can ask them to be a sponsor, because I've been using their tools now for close to, I want to say 8 years. I bought a bag at Fry's when Fry's was still around. Best tool set ever. And these are great when you're working with phones and stuff like this. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get our eMMC on there. So we're going to tilt it, and when you hear a click, a solid click, it works. But later, if you need to remove it, that's where this tool comes in handy. We'll put it there and it pops off. Now, Odroid's probably not going to be happy with me, but you can use other eMMC modules. The difference, and let me show you, their bottom is not used where a lot of the eMMC is. Just make sure that you're getting the big part, the top part on there. So when I test out Odroid Mate or Ubuntu Mate and SlashTV, they're already pre-installed on these modules, so to save time and all that. Okay, but we're going to start off with the LineageOS on official Odroid MC eMMC. And the other thing that we're going to do is we are going to be using the Odroid driver. Now, interestingly enough, you probably see this other USB dongle. This is a generic dongle that I got from LiveRPi. This is God, I got this for $5. It's probably one of those bargain buys that you find that it's really useful. This is another USB device, and unfortunately, I have to use it with the Ubuntu Mate because I can't get it to plug up. Now I could use a USB dongle, Ethernet dongle, and it probably booted up, but for some odd reason it did not like the Odroid Realtek drivers. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Let's go ahead and power this up. All right, LineageOS 20. And as you can see, I've got quite a number of stuff installed. And the first thing I want to show you guys is that this is really running on the Odroid N2L. So go down the settings. Now it considers this as tablet, but as you can see, Odroid N2L. We are running 13, like I said, which is cool because that is the latest version of Android. And one of the things you're going to have to do, because this does come with Google Play, is make this into a developer's device. Because if you click on Google Play, it is going to come back and say that the cert's not valid. And you will have to register it. I'm not going to explain here how to do that. It should be easy enough to Google and you can find it. But once you do register it, it takes about 20 minutes after you go through all the stuff. You do have full access to the Google Store. Okay? And you can play some of the games. Now going back over here. All right. You can set this up as a media player. So like, you can install HBO Max, YouTube, and things like that. Okay. Amazon Prime. And these are things that you can get working. But I have, like I said, if you saw one of my other videos, my daughter, she likes Minecraft. She got me into it. And just to show you, why are we going to, hold on. I did not say Gmail, so let's go back. That was weird. There we go. And again, I'm part of the beta program, so that's why it's popping up with this. And just give you guys a little bit of the playback. The playback is okay for a small board computer. There is sometimes a little bit of lag. Okay. Beta program's kind of cool because you get to play with stuff before everybody else does. So we'll give it a second to load up. All right, we caught up. And I am in a village. So I am using my MSI controller that is wireless. And just to show you guys. Playback. It's working out pretty good. I have gotten some stuff, so I think I'm that way, but I'm not really sure. I just want to show you guys that it is working pretty good. Let's see if this guy's got anything. Ooh, poison potato. Did not mean to hit you. There's that little bit of lag. And he ran away. I'm sorry. Why do I keep hitting you? Yeah, I would run away from you too. But it's very nice to be able to play Minecraft on this. So go ahead and get out of this. And again, I'm not sure why we were setting this up, but another game that seems to be very popular is this. Okay, there is something definitely. I think my mouse is not reacting. It's either that or my controllers. Something else is clicking in there. We'll show this real quick. And then I'm going to load up Ubuntu Mate. Okay. You can install retro devices. One of the things that I would recommend is to put them up in your Google Drive and download them. Okay. And I'm not going to do a lot of gameplay with this, but this is one of the newer games that does work with the N2L. I know it's very popular. Now, a couple things about the Android versions that I've noticed, so that we're saving time. You can't play Diablo Immortal on the Amlogic S922 X. For some odd reason, it just does not load. Okay. I'm not having a good. Graphics look okay. The one thing I am missing, I'm not sure if I'll turn it off. Means I don't have my controllers out. So. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that this does work. So we'll go ahead and exit out of this. Okay. This apparently wasn't the game I thought it was. Real quick, the last thing I want to show on this is just that you can do some retro playing. So I'm going to go and look for my. Here we go. And there we have it. Let's go ahead and power this off real quick and upload the Ubuntu Mate. Okay, so we booted up into Ubuntu Mate for the N2L. Okay, I'm not gonna go over a lot of stuff here. I just want to show that it does work. Okay, comes with the standard apps and stuff like that, and it's very beautiful. As you guys know, I'm not a fan of Ubuntu, but the Mate version looks pretty good. Okay, I know a lot of people have who like running Mint, so I wish Mint was on this. But anyway, just kind of show you guys. This is just normal playback. Not going to do much more with this because I want to go to give you guys a quick look at SlashTV. Plus, I don't want this video being like two hours long either. So, to the last one. All right, we're booting up SlashTV. And this will be the last one that we look at because we don't want to have this being like a 2-hour video. This is running Android. Boots up pretty quick. And there's our menu. Using the ATV launcher, which gives us this nice layout. And then we're going to go into settings real quick. Just so I can show you guys that this is on the N2. And we'll click here. Android 9. Okay. And the one thing I want to point out to you guys is that the image size is kind of locked. So you probably can use an SD card for additional storage. Okay. But other than that, Google Play Store does work. I just haven't signed in on this. Believe it or not, this is a fresh install. Okay. And just to show you guys that video playback is pretty good on this as well. Let's turn on our, whoops. Oh, that's right. Yeah, can't hit the mouse button, so okay. And it's not doing bad. Actually, the connection speed on this one's a lot better than on the Ubuntu Mate, but as you guys can see, the beautiful colors. Okay, the sound's not coming through because I need to turn it up. I just really wanted to show you guys more that this is another one. And again, between SlashTV and LineageOS, you could set up a nice little media box with this. And again, for folks that are getting new to the ARM images, the M-Logic is the processor that is supposedly in the Amazon Fire TV. All right, let's go ahead and let me show you guys the case that I bought for this, and we'll wrap it up. Okay. All right. So I've never heard of this company until I was looking for a case for the Odroid N2L. And apparently the KKSB, they do a lot of cool cases. Okay. So if you go to their store, and I'm on Amazon, okay, you click over here, they do have a ton of cases that you can buy for boards, okay, Pi Zero case, and they're all crafted beautiful aluminum cases. So this is the one I have it in. It's easy to pull apart. It's easy to assemble. Essentially, it's just, you see these little tabs right there. You take a little screwdriver, pop it out, and pop it in, and then there are 4 screws that'll screw it in. And this is so you can hook it to the back. And the price is phenomenal, and I'll put a link into there. Okay, so this is my video on the Odroid N2. I'm really hoping that more development picks up for this board. The Odroid N2 Plus is a phenomenal board. There's a ton out there. This is to kind of show you guys back over here. The difference between the two boards is if you click down here on third parties, there's so much development out there for the N2 Plus compared to what is there for the N2L. You cannot use the N2 images on the N2L. Again, my buddy Nico D says there is a way, and if I can figure it out, I will gladly show you guys. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. This is TerrorPUP, and until next time, peace.